All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the No Sports Talk Show right here live in the virtual booth. I'm your host, VJ Johnson, right here with my main man, Miles T. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, man, nothing much,
What's
man.
going
Nothing
on, man?
much.
I can't wait to get my screen right so I can put my that T back. The T I ain't gonna I ain't gonna I ain't changing mine up. The T's gonna be back there all time. You know what I mean?
I,
Y'all
oh,
won
I
y'all second game over there. You represent Chicago.
first of all, it was the third game. It was the third game,
Oh my bad.
and my boy Fields balled out. So look, I had to come on here. He did. He definitely did. You watch the game last night?
He
He scored
balled
30
out.
points.
I
Yes.
watched a little. I watched it enough where he played good. That's the best I ever seen him play.
Yeah, that was the best. That was his best game. He got us out of a lot of third down situations with his legs. He made a mistake. Well, one of his passes got tipped and intercepted, but that wasn't his fault. But other than that, like other than staying in the pocket a little bit too long in certain situations, like he played overall like a really really good game, and I think that was a great response. You know what I mean from the loss that we had last game. So hey, we right there. The Packers not looking good.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
it's a
yeah,
lot of
exactly. Y'all right there by default, right?
look, but listen,
By
now
default.
it's not by default. The Packers look, the Packers are just in the same boat as us. Everybody thought the deal was going to be business as usual, but it's not. But anyway, we'll get into that though. We'll talk a little
Okay.
NFL later. But let's just start the show off. Matter of fact, we got a lot of orange on the screen, but that's okay though. That's okay. It's actually it's pretty
Well,
cool.
welcome to my world. Yeah, it look good, don't it? You like that, don't you? The
I
orange
always
look
look good
good.
in orange. I've always looked good in orange. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what they used to say. But no, let's kick it off, man, and talk some NBA right now, man. So let's take our talents to LA, shall we? Let's take our talents to Los Angeles. So there's some crazy stuff going on in the Los Angeles Lakers locker room right now, man. The Lakers are currently 0-3, excuse me, with really, really just looking lost out there on the court. It's really, really no, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where you're looking at the way this roster is constructed, and I personally just don't think that they're built to win basketball games. They're not. The way that this roster is constructed is just not. And really and truly, the main focal point of everybody's in a topic of conversation recently around the Lakers has been Russell Westbrook. So let's just focus in on Russell Westbrook right now because there's clearly something going on there. So I ask you this: should the Lakers go ahead and sit Russell Westbrook and find a trade partner and get him up out of Los Angeles?
My opinion, I think it's that time, man. I used to be a Westbrook fan before he got to the Lakers, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Last year, he showed me a different side of him. I always knew he had like his, kind of like slash Kyrie Irving type attitude, like go to the sound of his own drum, the beat of his own drum, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, he ain't never said the world is flat or nothing like that, like Kyrie did, but he just like, he just,
Now
he
that's
just
good.
like, huh?
I said that's a whole different topic right there.
Yeah, but but he's like always been his own dude. Like he's gonna do Russell Westbrook out there. He's not gonna. Yeah, he don't care if he got Kevin Durant on his team. He don't care if he got LeBron on his team. Anthony Davis. He don't care if he got James Harden. He gonna be him at the end of the day. So, but I just thought as you get older, you can't just be you no more because you ain't you no more. So and he's never been a great shooter. He's been an okay shooter in OKC. But I think the only you can't take away his 2 straight seasons with the triple doubles. Um, you can't take away that from him, take that away from him. But at the end of the day, he got to have the ball in his hands, and sometimes when he has the ball in his hands, he makes more mistakes than he does good.
Right.
You know what I mean? He does more bad than he does good. Besides, he makes it up with the triples. It makes it look good, but dude, you had about 7 turnovers. You know what I mean? So yeah, it goes to a quadruple double because including the turnovers, you might have almost had 9, almost 10 sometime, bro. I'm like, so back then you could take the good with the bad or the bad with the good, but now it's just bad because he's playing bad and he got a bad attitude and everything. So I mean, I think it's just time to just like some of those players, like when they request to be traded, you know how they'll sit until they get traded. That's what I do. I make it but sit, get because he's already complaining and pouting on the bench already. So I let him sit on over there and pout. Now you can leave if you want. We can just go ahead and buy you out and this and that or whatever. But he don't want to do that. He don't want to. They already tried to buy him out. I think didn't they already try to?
I haven't.
Or they talked about it and he turned it down or something like that. He didn't want to be or something that I heard Skip and Shannon talking about one morning. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's time to cut ties with that. I mean, because think about it, you got Schroeder going to come back. He just ain't played yet. He's just injured right now, and you got another point guard that you could throw in there that's experienced and probably right now may be just as good or better than Westbrook. I mean, he definitely can't be no what Westbrook's doing. He definitely can't do that. So, I mean, I would just cut my ties with that and just move on. Let bygones be bygones. If he leave mad, that's on him. That's what he got to live with. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to if I'm Darvin Ham and Rob Pelinka, I'm just cutting ties with that. I just take my L's and losses. You worried about a 2023 draft pick, first round. I mean, bump that, man. It's just you got to win now while you got 2 Hall of Famers on your team. You got LeBron James for about 2 more years, and you need to build a team. You can get 2 more championships if you just bring in like maybe one more decent piece. I would make that move, man. That's what I would do.
Well,
Sit him down, let him out at the end. He probably won't, knowing him, he probably won't even show up if they doing that. He'll sit at home. He wouldn't do it. He'll sit
he
at
wouldn't.
home. You don't think so? I think the first couple games he will.
Yeah. No, I'm saying he wouldn't. I don't think he would show up if they decided to do that. I definitely don't think he would.
Yeah. I don't think he would show up. No.
And here's the fact that to answer the question, absolutely. I mean, they should definitely sit Russell Westbrook. I mean, there is clearly a disconnect between Russell Westbrook, Darvin Ham, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, all of the above, everybody. Everybody in the Lakers organization, there's clearly a disconnect there. Russell Westbrook, let's just look at through 3 games in the season. He's averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. That is terrible. I mean, 28. He's
one of 11 from 3-point line. One from 11.
He went 0 of 11. Well, in the other the game before last, he went 0 of 11.
He hit one shot. Yeah, I thought he went. I thought he's like that for the season, like 1 for 11. He went
0 of 11 in one game. He was 0 for 11.
Oh wow!
In one game. In one game. So he's shooting 28% from the field and 8% from three. That's not a surprise because he's not a 3-point shooter, but he thinks he is. But that's a conversation for another day. I mean, he'll continue to pull up as long as they allow him to. Well, not that they allow him.
They ain't allow him to though.
He's doing what he want to do. So if you even look at the game when they were playing Portland, and it's a tight game down the stretch, and he gets the ball and brings it up the court in a situation where they could be killing some clock and getting a better shot. He pulls up for a jump shot and misses it. Like, he knows what he was doing, and I don't know if you got a chance to see it. A few possessions before that, or there was a possession in the game where he got upset that LeBron had, I think Anthony Davis had the ball or whatever, and he was giving it to LeBron. They waved him to go to the corner, and so he got upset about it. So later on in the game, in that critical point, he was like, you know what? By any means, it doesn't matter what play is called. It doesn't matter if Bron needs to have the ball in his hands because I'm about to be the guy to do it. Like, it's me. This is my show.
That would have been the last game. That would have been it.
You got stuff happening like that, and that was the one against Portland. And what's funny is that was a game they could have.
And then they had a 2-point lead. They had a 2-point lead at the time when he shot that ball.
That's what I'm saying. They could have won. They could have won that game. They very well could have won the game. But like I said, this roster is just not. It's not built to win, especially not with shooting. Like the way it's just constructed, they're not. There's no shooters, like none outside of LeBron and Anthony Davis. But he's a wild card because we don't even know if he'll be on the court. You don't even know what's going on with Anthony Davis. He came in the first game banged up with some back problems. So you start the season off already injured, so nobody really knows about that. But like I said, other than those two guys, who are you really going to count on shooting outside shots? And Bron is not really looking to take threes like that. He's really more so trying to be a facilitator at this point in his career. So he's not trying to come on the court and be jacking up 30, 15, 23s a game. Like, that's not how he's trying to win. But like you said, I clearly think that there's a disconnect and there's internal issues going on between, LeBron and Russ and Anthony Davis. And of course, it's all going to come out when Russ gets traded. Then that's when everybody will go ahead and start telling, oh, well, this is what happened, and this is what he said, and this is what was going on, X, Y, Z. You know how it goes. But I definitely think that Russell Westbrook has punched his ticket to be express shipped out of Los Angeles. And, like I said, I can see it now. And I made this joke the other night. I said, I can see the headline now. The Los Angeles Lakers have overnighted Russell Westbrook to the Orlando Magic. Like,
I don't think nobody else want him.
Did you hear what I said? I said overnighted. Like, look, it don't matter if they want him. They're gonna overnight him there. And send him straight to Orlando. But yeah, like, I don't think anybody. And the problem is nobody wants any parts of that. So the Lakers, they're actually in more trouble than they think because they really could have got rid of him before the season started. That's when they should have did this because they're not really going to find a trade party. It's really, I don't think anybody wants any parts of this, like you said. So,
I think they did try to shop him, but didn't nobody want him.
Nobody wanted him.
I think they did.
Yeah, they did.
I don't see why one of these teams that know they're not going to win no championship and they don't know how to. I would at least bring him for ticket sales because people gonna want to. At least he's a superstar, well, somewhat star, and
I don't think
he at least put some people on the fans that they're gonna watch him mess up so they can make fun of him or something. But I'm just saying, he's. No, not paying him that kind of money he wants, or he's old.
He'll put people in the stands, but then they'll turn around and leave because the games will be trash. You put him on a team that's not gonna contend. Oh, he's shooting 33s a game.
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
Like
That's basically telling them, you got the green light, Westbrook.
yeah,
No.
it's trash, bro. Russ he's done. I'm sorry. I respect Russ's game, like for
Yeah.
what he's done.
Well, I did. No, I don't respect it. I don't have no respect for it now.
I'm saying for what he's done up until for what he's done.
Oh yeah, yeah. Other than that,
right now it's just a whole lot of pouting going on. It's a whole lot of it's just what happened to Bron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook before the season. They vowed to do whatever it took to win games and to be on the same page. Like what happened to all that? Like
Russ lied.
Hey, it is what it is. But hey, we'll see what happens. But let's
He better hope he better hope they don't cut him and he don't ever play in the league anymore. He better hope that.
Yeah, get black. Well, I don't want to say black. I don't really think you could really consider that blackball because he really would have been doing it to himself.
He gonna get he'll get his money, but he just then somebody ain't gonna pick him up again. Well, he'll be done.
They might call that blackballing. They might, but
shoot. Well, I'm a black ball then. I'm an 8 ball then.
Yeah,
I'm an 8 ball.
With I know with the Carmelo Anthony situation.
Now he got blackballed. Like the Lakers should have brought him back. He played good enough to get brought back.
But yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is. But we'll see. But let's keep it in the NBA since we're on that topic. Let's keep it there. And let's talk about another team in the West right now. Well, and I'm not talking about the Golden State Warriors because we know what they're gonna do. I'm talking about a potential team that could maybe be somewhat of a threat. And that's the New Orleans Pelicans. So looking at the New Orleans Pelicans, I'll ask you this, Miles: if Zion Williams can stay healthy, do you think that the New Orleans Pelicans can be not a threat to win the West, not a threat to get to the Western Conference Finals, but a threat to push, a team to push a team in the playoffs to maybe win, a playoff series or something like that. But right now, I mean, I know it's early on the season.
They won one last year, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they did win one last year. I'm saying, well, I'm just speaking in terms of this year right now. Can they be a threat can they be a legitimate threat to a championship contending team this year if they can stay healthy?
If Zion could be healthy, I think Zion like the other game, I think they lost their first game against Utah the other day in overtime. I believe it was Utah, and I think Zion went out. He went out on injury. I think he didn't. I don't even think he played in the overtime game. So I believe if he would have played, they would have won. Because you really can't stop Zion. I'm trying to tell you can't really stop him. I mean, he's been back these 3 games, and every time if he gets inside that paint at all, he's too quick. He jumps too high, and he's too big. So you can't. It ain't nothing really you can do.
You can foul him.
Yeah, that's about it. And he ain't bad at free throws. I think he's like 70, 75, 76%. He ain't too bad.
Not terrible.
So but at the end of the day, I think they could be like Western Conference Finals contenders if he stays that healthy. Now, yes, they could be. Dude, they won without him last year.
I don't think
they won without, and they just adding Zion's 27 points a game since last year.
I'm not saying that.
No, they could be a threat. I didn't say they would make it there. I said they could be a threat to be a Western Conference Final. Who else is in the West that's like this dominant like that?
The Grizzlies. The Grizzlies.
Okay, that's 3 teams. That's Grizzlies. Okay, Grizzlies, the Warriors, and Denver right now.
Yeah.
Out of the West. Okay. But that leaves the Pelicans at the 4th seed. Okay. I mean, I think they could be on a good day. I don't think Jokic got anything for Zion in that middle. Jokic ain't got nothing for him. Now, what?
No, go ahead.
What did Jokic do? No, I'm just saying, that's the only 3 teams really that's like locked in right now that you can say there's going to be like a problem. Other than that, I mean, the West is wide open. Like just those 3 teams. I can't think of no other teams right now. Maybe if I just look at it, I mean, I'm sitting there looking. I don't see nobody that the Pelicans can't beat. The only team I see that can beat them is maybe the only teams I say that maybe they might not have a chance, like if they meet up with Memphis or
Golden State. Either one of those teams.
They might not. I don't know. By that time the season come when they done got meshed together, I don't know that. Because they got a big 3 too there. Brandon Ingram, he can get you 25. CJ McCullough can get you 24, 25. And Zion can get you a double, triple double, or double, double. They got the talent, and they got what's the dude, the center, oh my goodness. He came from him and Sam Adams and made that trade. He came out he was on that team with Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, come on, man. That's a 10-10 guy down low.
They got a team now for sure. They definitely got a team. I don't know. Like, I just don't trust. I don't know. I just don't trust him to stay healthy. But if he can,
that's the problem. I don't trust him to stay healthy. He's hurt right now. He's hurt.
I know.
So
3 of them are hurt.
Who?
Zion Williamson has the right posterior, like the hip injury and the lower back contusion. Brandon Ingram is in concussion protocol, and Herb Jones has a right hyperextension. So you know what I'm saying? Like I just personally, I just don't. Now, if they're healthy, yes, they can push a team. I do think that they can push a team. Like they could push a 6 or a 6-game series, maybe a 7-game series. Like I do think that they have that type of potential, especially with those core guys that they have that we just talked about, like Zion, Herb Jones. Now Herb Jones is balling. Shout out to my boy Alabama, but he could ball like you said. I mean, they
the dreads in his hair. Got them dreads in his hair. He got dreads in his hair, right? The Jones kid.
Herb Jones. No, Herb Jones is he real skinny. Like real skinny, lanky. He has handles too. Like you gotta pay. Like he's a small forward.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember him at Alabama, but I don't remember his name. Okay.
You would have to pull up the tape. He used to rock just pretty much like a fro, like a little like picked out like afro. He didn't really like do nothing to his hair.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he used to handle the ball. Like he would handle the ball sometimes, but and I mean they like I said they have Devontae Graham. He's a guy he can shoot. He's a pretty good shooter. So they got some pieces there. If they stay healthy, like I said, I do think that they could push a team or two. I definitely think that because the Suns, they don't really wow me right now. Like they're not impressive. The Mavericks, they're
about the same boat. They're about the same boat as New Orleans right now. They're about the same boat.
Portland right now is 4-0, but we all know like that's not going to be the case. Like when the season really starts going, like it'll definitely be the Warriors up there. It'll be the Grizzlies up there. Like, man, I mean they're up there now, but I'm just saying like I definitely see like Warriors and Grizzlies is like that 1-2.
Definitely in the Western Conference Final. That's the two favorites to get there.
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, I think that'll be Western Conference Finals. Like I can see that, and that's what I want it to be. I really, and a big part of me wants to see Ja get to the finals. Like I really do, because that would be dope for him. I just don't know if that's gonna happen as long as Steph and Clay are in the league. So but it is what it is. But yeah, so I can see that, but. Let's take it to the NFL right now, man. So let's just switch gears and talk about the quarterback. So we're going to talk about Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Ryan. So looking at these 3 guys right now, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Ryan. Do you think that this is the beginning of the end for these guys? You know, do you think that this is the time where it's that time where retirement is knocking at the door? You know, are they in their last years as quarterbacks in the NFL? Can you see that? And if when we say last year's, how much longer can you see each one of these three guys playing if they do decide to play? And when do you see these guys actually hanging it up and calling it quits?
I don't think because of Tom Brady's play, even though he has done some unusual stuff this year that we ain't accustomed to seeing. Yeah, I mean, I think its stats are what I think he got like 1,900 yards, 1,967 yards, 8 touchdowns, and only one. And as bad as he's been playing, he's only got one interception though, so he's not really turning the ball over. But he's taking sacks and stuff like he ain't used to done in the past. You know, he's maybe throwing it places like he ain't never done. You know, he might be getting shaky feet. I mean, he is 44 years old now. You know, you hit him a little early, them knees start buckling a little bit sometimes.
That's why he was crying for that flag.
Yeah, Grady Jarrett. Yeah. So I see their play declining right now. Some of it is, I think it's still early in the season to say that their career is over. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think Matt Ryan is done. Matt Ryan is done. Yeah. We've been saying that for about the last 2-3 years, man. I've been saying it longer than that. I always thought Matt Ryan was just a good NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
he just always had great talent around him.
You've been saying that since I met you.
Exactly. I said he's not that dude. I said he got like a good receiving core. He got a good offense around him that makes him look good or better than what he really is. Now you see, I mean, even Indianapolis is decent. They got a good team. I mean, they're not. They had a good. And look at it, he's tearing it up. He's just getting too old and he just can't play no more. He was always just like pretty good, but now he ain't no good at all no more. He ain't no Tom Brady. He ain't no Drew Brees to be playing late in their late 30s and going to make a difference. He's not that dude. Because he never was when he was younger anyway. I'm just saying. So
you want to know what's so good? He actually has more passing yards than Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and he has a better completion percentage right now.
Yeah, because he had better. Well, you talking about in the season now?
Yes.
I thought you were talking about career. Yeah, but he got 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
Yeah, now that part is trash. But yeah, he's completing 75% now, and I mean it's not a huge difference, but because Brady and Aaron Rodgers are both at 65%, but he is throwing for over 2,000 yards already.
Yeah, I mean Brady's right at 1967, so he's only 70 yards over.
He's 19. Brady's 1942. Rodgers is at 1597.
Yeah. So now Aaron Rodgers, but you think about it though, like if we look back on their careers, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady done won Super Bowls with way less talent than Matt Ryan had at Atlanta. Like Tom Brady's Super Bowl.
I wouldn't say that. Not Aaron.
I'm talking about one of the first, like Tom Brady's first Super Bowl. He didn't have no.
Now Brady. I can see Brady now. Aaron Rodgers, no. Aaron Rodgers,
the only Super Bowl Aaron Rodgers won. Who was his receiver? Greg Jennings,
Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver. Like he had
no Donald Driver, did he? That was Brett Favre.
Hold on, I'll get it for you.
I think it was Greg Jennings.
He had Greg Jennings. He had Donald. I mean, not Donald. Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson. That was 12 years ago. So and in the defense that they had was lights out. Like they had, he had a squad around him now. Aaron Rodgers,
but I'm just saying, Jordy Nelson and Greg Jennings are not on the same level as Julio Jones. Not back in Julio's primes before he started missing every season.
Julio. I mean, because they actually beat Aaron Rodgers came in Atlanta and beat them to get to the NFC.
Yeah, that's because they lost a 21-point lead. Atlanta was up by like 17, 18 points though. That's just what the Falcons do.
And then Matt Ryan threw a pick six before halftime.
What do you do? That's why he got 9 interceptions now. He's completing 75%. He drive you down the field and throw the pick when you down inside the red zone. He's gonna throw the pick and turn the ball over. That's what he does. He's been doing that his whole career. That's what he is, man. And I'm just saying. I mean, I think Tom Brady, if he goes out like
I was right. I don't mean to cut you off, but he did have it. It was Donald. It was Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver. He had Greg Jennings.
Okay, well that was the spot then.
I told you, I knew Donald Driver was on that team. Now
I thought he was with Brett Favre and
he was with Brett Favre, but he was the oldest receiver on the team.
Yeah, I knew he was old. Now Donald Driver looked old back then. Yeah.
He wasn't really. Donald Driver wasn't the leading receiver on the team, but he was still there though. He was making.
Yeah.
They had James Starks.
He was on his back years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had James Starks at running back. Like they definitely had.
James Starks, but you don't even know who James Starks is.
I do. I remember James Starks.
I remember him too, but
now he came out of nowhere. Back then, nobody. I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I'm like, who is James Starks? Like they came out of nowhere, but they had an offensive line was solid. Like it was. They definitely had a squad. But anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
no, but you good. But I'm just saying, I just don't think if Tom Brady like ends up the season like losing like 500 or less, I think he might just go ahead and call it quits. That's going to be on his own, not because they're forcing him out. I just think he's just going to be like, man, I can't do this anymore. We're falling down, and Now Aaron Rodgers, I just think it's the talent around him. I'm not saying he ain't making mistakes, but I'm just saying he just don't have the weapons around him. They're young. Them boys can't catch a cold sometime, and the Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball behind them because he's afraid to throw it to him anyway. He's second guessing himself when he throw it, so he done threw it behind him. Like, well, I hope he catch it, and he done threw it.
It's beautiful to watch, bro. It is fantastic to watch.
I do, yeah.
I
guarantee they find a way to beat y'all, though. I guarantee you they find a way to beat y'all.
No, they're not going. When they come to Chicago, we beating them this time. This is gonna be the beginning of the year. That ownership stuff start. That I own you. We are beating. Listen to me. We are beating. And I will put. Look, I'm gonna have to find a way to record this and pull it up during the show in December when we play them. We are beating the Green Bay Packers when they come to Chicago.
And you got this from a 3-3. You got this from a win versus a 3-3 Patriots team.
No. This has nothing to do with that game. We are going to beat them. I'm telling you, we're going to beat them.
Okay.
We're going to beat them. Bear down.
Okay.
Yes.
Calm down. Calm down.
Bear down. We don't
calm down. Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Okay. But seriously though, looking at these three guys, like you said, man, I think Matt Ryan is going to be the first one out the door. He's hurt right now. He has a grade 2 sprain in his.
No, he didn't. They already named the quarterback. He just lost his position.
They came out and said that afterwards, but if he does have it, he does have it. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Sam Ehlinger from Texas is actually.
We're back. We're back. You remember him say that?
Yes. Yeah. So, like I said, the Colts are sitting at second in the AFC South right now. So we'll see what happens when Sam Ehlinger gets in there. We'll see what happens there. They still got Jonathan Taylor, and running back. They got some pieces, so we can see. And they're definitely going to be able to mix up the offense a little more because Ehlinger can actually move. So they use him in Texas. They actually used him, more. They had packages specifically for him running. Now this is the NFL now, but you can still get creative with what he could do. So
they used him like Florida used Tim Tebow back in the day. That's why they used him at Texas.
Yeah, and he ain't that big as Tim Tebow, but they swear he was at Texas.
Yeah.
And I don't. He was like I don't know what they were thinking about, but I mean it worked sometimes. But and then looking at Brady and Rodgers, I definitely think that Tom Brady, especially right now with him, his wife, he said, look, he getting a divorce. I don't think he's going anywhere. You know, he'll probably play a couple more years. You know,
but Tom Brady?
He might play one more year. I think. I mean,
not if they don't do good. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I don't think he comes.
If they don't make the playoffs, then no, he's not. He's not. But you know, like I said, Brady in the Bucks right now, they're 3-4. They're tied for first right now with the Atlanta Falcons. So that division is still, you know, up for grabs right now, technically. Not really with the Panthers, but you know, I still PJ Walker did light him up, and they actually were making a joke about Tom Brady, and they said Tom Brady sacrificed, you know, being at home with his wife and his family only to get outplayed and blown out by PJ Walker. They like now Mike Evans.
PJ Walker ain't that bad though. Y'all quit hate PJ Walker.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They act like PJ Walker's just trash. He ain't sorry now. He has some type of ability, but you know, it's just funny because they don't have Christian McCaffrey. There's literally nothing there. Like everybody's trying to get away from Carolina. Like everybody. So, you know, and then Mike Evans did drop that. Mike Evans dropped that wide open touchdown. So I think after that really just took all the life out of the team after that. You know,
I believe that
excuses for them. There's still no excuse. You know, they're a better team than the Panthers. So, but they weren't, you know, they weren't on Sunday, so that's all that matters.
No, they were. Yeah, exactly.
Aaron Rodgers, like I said, bro, the Packers haven't done anything. We've been looking at this situation. Everybody sees it. The Packers have not done anything to try to help Aaron Rodgers out. Like it's almost like they're and it almost comes off like they're doing it intentionally just to try to get him, you know, it's already been so much drama between him and that organization. You never know like what it is that they're trying to accomplish, because you look at what he has in wide receiver compared to what he had even last year, like the year before that. Like, I mean, you got
and they only got him. They only got him because they traded for him. I mean, they drafted him. That's the only way they got Devontae Adams.
Right.
They ain't done nothing within the league to bring him a veteran or nothing.
Dude, they passed two drafts in a row. They didn't draft a wide receiver in the first round at all with their first or their second.
These last three drafts has been deep at receiver. Deep.
Yeah. You know, I mean, they got, you know, I do like the kid that they drafted out of North Dakota State. Was it Christian Watson? Is that?
Yeah, I know you're talking about
Christian Watson. Is that his name? I believe it's Christian Watson.
I think that's what his name is. I know the kid you're talking about out of North Dakota.
I gotta look it up now because I gotta be correct. I gotta come correct on the show. But you know, he I mean, he was a decent, a pretty solid draft pick for him. But I mean, like I said, there's nothing. Nobody's scared of the Green Bay Packers. Like people used to line up and be afraid to play these guys. Like nobody. Yeah, it is Christian Watson from North Dakota State. Like nobody's afraid to play these guys. I mean, you got Romeo Doubs, Randall Cobb, Allen Lazard, Sammy Watkins, and Christian Watson. Like there's not like that doesn't scare anybody. There's nobody.
Sammy Watkins ain't done nothing since Clemson.
Right. When they signed Sammy Watkins, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what? Sammy Watkins? Like,
yeah, but whatever." And I don't even remember that coming across the screen at the bottom of the screen. Sammy Watkins goes to Green Bay. I don't remember seeing that.
It wasn't even breaking news. It was just another. Nobody cared about Sammy Watkins going to the Green Bay Packers. Oh, what? Like, it's Sammy Watkins. Like his best days were Clemson, bro. Like,
that's it.
Nobody's worried about Sammy Watkins. You know what I mean? So I just look at them and I'm just like the Packers, and then they keep getting on these sports talk shows and asking the same question: can you write the Packers off? Can they make the playoffs? Is it looking at this team right now, bro? They're not a playoff team, bro. They could get to the wild card, but like I just don't think that they're not a serious threat. They're just not. Like,
no, not right now. They're not. But I think that veteran leadership, I think Green Bay does start off slow.
Look, listen, I don't
They
care.
start off slow a lot there. They start off slow a lot.
But you want to know the problem, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. They're not even utilizing the running backs. The best two dudes on the offense right now.
Well, that's coaching. That's coaching.
That's what I'm saying. They listen. They are not running the football. Like they're not. Like you go back
when they need to. When they're complaining about the receivers, run the ball.
You got Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like they fall forward every time they touch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Unless obviously somebody gets to the backfield, but even then, sometimes they create and find a way. But you look at the game when they were playing New York, and they were down in the red zone, and they had to get 2 yards, and they threw the ball twice, and it got batted down. You mean to tell me you're not gonna run the ball there? Like you don't trust your running backs there? You trust Romeo Doubs and Lazard and all these other dudes. You trust them before you trust the guys that can get you too. Right? Yeah. So that's all I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But like I said, I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime the Packers struggling, like I said, I love to see it. It's 3 L's in a row, and they got a 4th L in a row coming because they got to go to Buffalo. Oh, it's over with. You know that Buffalo's about to run a score up on these boys.
They might.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And they had a bye week too. They just had a bye week.
Putting up 30.
Now let me ask you a question. What if they win? How many they got? You said December. What if they win about? I'd say they going. What's their record now? 3-4.
Yeah, they're 3-4.
Yeah. So if they win about, how many games they played until they? Let me look up this. How many games they got left till they play y'all?
We don't play them until December. So right now,
I know. So about what?
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games before us. So they play Buffalo, Detroit. So Buffalo's the L. They play Detroit. They'll win that. They play Dallas, Tennessee, Philly, and then us. Philly.
Oh wow!
Look, Buffalo's gonna get them. Philly's gonna get them. Now I don't know about Dallas because, I don't know about them, but we'll see. Dallas could get them, but it just all depends on what Dak looks like. And
I give them 6-6 when they come to y'all.
All right.
I give them 6-6. I give them 6-6. And no, well, I give them 5-7. I give them 5-7 because the way the receivers are. But that is Aaron Rodgers. So
it's Aaron Rodgers.
I get the benefit of that. I go to 6-6. I go to 6-6. It might be 5-7, but I go to 6-6. And then against y'all, they might make their statement.
They're not, bro. They're not.
They be like, Green Bay has won 3 in a row. They're back.
No, they want Green. They don't want to believe that this is beginning. It's the beginning of the end. They just don't want to believe it. And I'm here to tell you, I'm gonna be here first. I'm gonna be the first person to say it. Look, Aaron Rodgers is not winning another Super Bowl, bro. It's done. Like it's done.
That didn't come out of my mouth. I didn't say that.
Not with Green Bay because they're not helping them. What about what they have done has give you any type of inclination that they are trying, like they're not surrounding him with anything. Like they just I feel like they're buying time. When Aaron Rodgers leaves, then now it's a new era with Jordan Love. That's what it's about, bro. I'm telling you. He's not winning another.
I don't think Jordan Love is gonna be the future either, though.
He ain't.
Yeah, he's not.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That hey, it's not my problem. It's just they like my entertainment. That's all it is.
Well, we can see if they still continue to consistently use Justin Fields like they did last night. That's the question.
Called that game that they did last night. That was perfectly using him. That is how.
Are they going to consistently do that?
That's how they need to. Or I'm flying to Chicago every weekend.
Look, you got to utilize his legs, man. You got to utilize 4.4 or 5 speed, man. You got to utilize.
They finally understand. It's like you see what works, use them, bro. Like pull this dude's film up at Ohio State and literally just call that. Like I swear, And we need.
I would do like that RPO stuff, like almost like that Kyle Shanahan offense and RPO, man.
I'm telling you all of that, and we get Justin Fields 2 more. I'm telling you, we get him 2 more receivers. Like we will be straight, bro. 2 more receivers, right? But it'll have to happen next.
What about that guy? Is your boy on there still? The short dude out of North Carolina A&T. I ain't been seeing him.
Nah, Tariq he tore his ACL, then he re-aggravated it again while he's working out. So he hasn't played. He's not on the roster. We released him because he can't. He can't pass his physical. That's the only reason why we had to release him, because he couldn't pass his physical.
Got you.
You know, I'm hoping my boy Reek can bounce back, man, because he was my dog. But
yeah, I like him. He was pretty good.
I do like, and we got N'Keal Harry. You know, he played his first game last night, so hopefully, you know, he can stay healthy. That's another a solid big body, you know, receiver. He caught a pass last night. We didn't really use him too much, but because they really kind of monitored him.
He had Arizona State, right? And he had
yeah, I believe so. And then, you know, he was playing in New England but it just never panned out.
Yeah, he's out of Arizona State then. Yeah,
He was balling for a little bit the first couple games, and then he ended up getting injured. So when he was a rookie, and then it just kind of plagued him. But I think he provides a good piece, at least until we can find some more stuff. But hey, y'all, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back. Give y'all some inspiration. Jump right back into the sports talk right here on the No Sports Talk Show. Keep it locked.
Yes, sir. Hey.
All right, we're back. The No Sports Talk Show right here live in the virtual booth. Me, VJ, my boy Miles T. And it's right now. This is the time that we devote for our. Well, actually, a little bit behind the time, but that's okay. Just still, nevertheless, we're gonna do it anyway. We got our inspirational segment, and we, as always, for those of you who have been following us for quite some time, know that we always like to give some inspiration, some words of encouragement, just to continue to, you know, uplift and encourage our listeners and our viewers out there, obviously, and think that that's important. So I want to read something. This is something that I felt was very inspirational and very motivational for me. And this is actually from Coach Prime. So Deion Sanders, he tweeted this, man. He said that you're too close to stop, quit, shut it down, give up, or give in. You've got to reach deep inside of you and go get it. It ain't worth nothing unless you have to fight or sacrifice something for it. If it's free, it ain't for me. Go get what you need now. And I think that, man, that was very, very motivational, man, for especially for those, you know, who like he said, you too close. And a lot of times, like, I think that we feel like we're so close to something, and that's when the stuff starts happening where you like, you know, your true test comes in. You know, God is like, you know, you might feel like you're almost there, and something, you know, may take you a couple steps back, or you may feel like dang man, I'm really sitting in this same spot and I have not moved. You know, I'm literally just sitting stagnant. And God is literally sitting you right there. And he's like, look, like maybe it could be because look, he got you this far and he needs to teach you something at this stage before you get over that hump to get to that, you know, that blessing. So I think that what Coach Prime is saying, it's just important that we understand to continue to remain prayerful, continue to be faithful, and know that, like, look, you right there. You know, you may, and whatever right there looks like for you, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may not be next month or next year, but you're right there. You know, and you you can do, you know, you can do it. You really can get over and get to where it is that you want to get to. Um, as long as you continue to remain prayerful and faithful and don't give up and don't quit. So that's, you know, what I wanted to say, man. Just continue to you know, keep the faith and continue to keep pressing on, man, because it's not you're not down and you're not out, man, like you may think. Or you got anything to add to that, bro?
No, sir. That Coach Prime said it all. That's my boy, man. I can listen to Coach Prime all day, bro. Talking.
Yeah.
I'm talking about coaching before the game, after the game, in between the game, interviews, everything.
I like he gives a lot of good wisdom. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely I definitely enjoy like hearing, you know, anytime I see a video with him talking, like I instantly click on it and I watch it, man, because he drops some real good inspirational motivational stuff. You know,
For
even
sure.
especially the video right after the guy coach who didn't want to shake his hand. I think it was at Alabama State. He didn't want to shake his
Uh-huh.
hand in the game, and he got in the post game, and he was like, hey, he dropped some knowledge, boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then it's straight off the top.
Yeah.
He's not writing this stuff down. He literally is just talking. Like,
Didn't stutter, didn't do nothing. It was
no,
just on it.
we need,
Yeah.
and I could see him doing, you know, a lot more like if he wasn't coaching, I could see him doing a lot of motivational speaking for,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not even just football players, but like, you know, just in general. I mean, I do think that I felt like he was doing that at one point in time, just, you know, just still just doing it, you know, when he had,
Yeah.
but I could see him doing something like that, you know, full time, like outside of, you know, coaching and outside of stuff like that. But, you know, but yeah, man, that was our inspirational segment, man. We hope that, you know, that touches or inspires and motivates our listeners and our viewers out there. Like I said, like as always. So man, let's jump back into things, man, and take it to back to the NFL right
Yeah.
now and talk about who the best team in the NFL is right now. So, you know, Miles, right now, who do you think, looking at it, who would you say is the best team in the NFL right now?
Hmm. I'm not going by paper. I'm not going by stats and nothing. I'm going by my eyesight, what I seen.
That's fine. Who is it?
Yeah. So I gotta say, it's I gotta go with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. What I've been seeing with Jalen Hurts and they got a good running back in Sanders. I think that's Barry Sanders Jr. Ain't it? Ain't that is that Barry
Well,
Sanders'
Miles
son?
Sanders.
Yeah, it's not. No, that's the kid out of Stanford, ain't it? That's the kid out of
Mhm.
Stanford that
Yeah,
came in after
yeah.
Christian McCaffrey. And I don't know why I was thinking of Barry Sanders son, but yeah, and the defense he got a receiving core. Devin Smith, you know the Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, I just think that he just and defensive line, offensive line, they got good corners, good safeties. They're good at all three phases of the game on defense, and I just think overall they're the best team. I think if them in Buffalo, and then I would go with Buffalo next. But I think head-to-head matchup right now, I think Philly would win.
So you
now, the most
actually
surprising team is the New York Giants. If we go to that question, surprising team, New York Giants. I give them that 6-1.
yeah.
The David Jones getting 107 yards rushing last week and 200 yards passing. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he did it on
I didn't
us
see
too.
that in his career. Yeah, he went off.
He went off on us. But don't get me started.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. But it's crazy you say that, man, because I actually had the same, looking at the Eagles. Like, I just think that, I had the Eagles and I had the Bills like right behind them. And just for me, just looking at the growth of Jalen Hurts, and when a lot of people, try to write Jalen off, like even from when he was at Alabama, when he left, and then he balled out in Oklahoma, but then there was still that question of like, oh, he's doing that in the Big 12. There's no defense anyway, but you can just see the progression in him in the way that he was throwing the ball, and you can see like his leadership really really develop even more, and just the character in the way that he's played the game. Even when he lost the start position, like he's always been a really, really good professional of the game.
Yeah, first
And
class. Yeah,
right, and he stays like he's consistent in the way that he carries himself. He's never out there in the media. He's never, has no off the field issues. And I just think that this team is really bought into Jalen Hurts, and he's really taking on that leadership role, and they're standing behind him, and they're going to war for him every single game. And you look at that offense that they have, like you already said, and one piece that you didn't add was the AJ Brown. A huge pickup for
yeah.
them that was
From
traded.
Tennessee, yeah.
Yes,
I did
AJ
forget him.
Brown was traded to them in the draft. Like that was huge. That was a huge pickup for them, and that helped take this offense, I think, to even another level. And I think that Jalen is just processing the game just so fast. Like he has his thing figured out. They had his thing figured out, and you couple that with the defense that's playing really, really, really good. The only undefeated team in the NFL right now, and
Yeah.
like I said, right behind them, the Bills. Man, the Bills. I think the Bills are a force to be reckoned with. I think that we're going to get another AFC Championship game with them in probably Kansas City, more than likely. Assuming that Kansas City doesn't fall to anybody else. But this time around, they're going to have to come up to Buffalo, and I think that Buffalo can knock off Kansas City this time. I mean, they beat them in the head-to-head. They beat them already in the season. The game was a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be, but ultimately, I think that if they met up again in the AFC Championship game, it'd be at Buffalo this time, and I think that the Bills would take care of the Chiefs. But head-to-head with the Bills and the Eagles, man, whew.
I'm talking about right now, today. I would ride with Philly.
I'm rocking with the Eagles first, and then but
Yeah.
I got the Bills as a close second. I'm talking about 1A, 1B type. Like I'm not even the second. I'm going to say a tie for the best team. Look, it's literally for me 1A and 1B with them. Like I just personally feel like that. Both defenses are solid. Both offenses are solid. Great coaching, like discipline on both sides of the ball for both of these teams. Like they and the good thing about it is Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen, like they're not playing the game like they're not playing not to lose. They're playing to win. They're not out here being passive and they're out there trying to make something shake. Like
they look like playoff form already. You know what I mean?
Yes, they do. They look playoff ready right now. And that would be kind of dope if they met up in the Super Bowl. I could watch that all day. That would be a really dope Super Bowl if that ends up being a Super Bowl matchup. I'm like not saying it will be, but shoot, if the Bills went to the Super Bowl, like I would definitely like to see them up against the Philadelphia Eagles. I could
for sure
sign me up for that. Sign me up. So, but let's keep it moving, man, and let's talk real quick about let's move to college football now. So specifically looking at the SEC first, and then we'll talk about who is the second best conference in college football, because we got to start with the best conference as always, as usual. And if anybody want to argue that, I'll be happy, to let you join in and debate this topic, which is really no debate about it, but I'll give you the floor if you must have it. But
I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
Hey man, the truth. Look, they always told me the truth sets you free. That's what I was always taught.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just saying. But it's been that way and it's gonna stay that way. But and the great thing about it is it's getting better, because the SEC across the board is getting better.
Yeah, I think we're like 7 deep right now. 7 deep.
That one year when we lost like 7 like bowl games, we just didn't really have. I was like, okay, so y'all gonna write us off after 1 year, all right. But anyway, so looking at it right now, in the SEC, Miles, who would you say is the best team in the SEC? Like, I already know who you're gonna say, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Who is the best team in the SEC right now, for you?
You see what's behind me? Yeah.
Man, don't raise your hands like that, man. You've been waiting to do that for
I'll just let you know, man. That's the fact. That's the facts, man. I mean, can you really not? Who's better than Tennessee right now? Right now in the SEC, right now.
I didn't say nothing. Y'all beat us.
Yeah. I mean, the only undefeated team left is Georgia, and look, I mean, they done had 2 close calls. That Kent State had them close going into the fourth quarter, in Tuscaloosa.
I don't think Georgia's going to have an answer for that. But the advantage that they do have is just they're in Athens. So, but I don't even know, bro. I don't even know.
And then what? Missouri should have beat them. They had plenty of chances to beat them. Missouri.
I'm not sold on Georgia, bro. I'm just not sold on Georgia. I'm not.
I'm just saying, I think
Georgia got a good team, but I'm not really sold on them. But I will look. I can't wait.
That's going to be settled on the field. That's going to be settled on the field. So that's good.
And I can't wait.
But the thing is, I just don't see. Stetson Bennett ain't the quarterback. He ain't gonna put up. They ain't gonna be able to put up more points on us like that. The only way they can beat us is they control the clock by their running game. And at the end of the day, we don't need no clock, because we scoring in 20, in under a minute most of the time. So you can run out, hold the clock, and try to run the ball, and because all we need is, you know what I mean?
It just isn't that good. That's the thing. But I don't think their offense. I don't think that Georgia's offense has the capability to put up. I'm not gonna say they don't have the capability, but I just don't think Stetson Bennett is gonna stand back there and throw for almost 500 like Bryce did. Because Bryce threw for down near 500. Like, Stetson's not throwing for no 500 yards. Like, and if they put the ball in his hands to win the game, like, it's not gonna happen. That's why they got to do these jet sweeps with Brock Bowers and all these little rinky dink little. They got to do the screens to Brock Bowers, and they got to get creative and dink and dunk it down the field. He's not standing back there in the pocket and just dicing you up like that. So I don't know, but it would make a great story to see if. Because y'all actually have Kentucky. Now, don't sleep on Kentucky now, because y'all got Kentucky coming into town this weekend. But next week, the weekend after this, it'll be which is going to be great, because it's going to be us in LSU, and it'll be y'all in Georgia playing on the same day. And we got the 7 o'clock, and y'all had the 3:30 with Georgia. So this is going to see who's going to actually determine who will win the East. So definitely looking forward to seeing that. But I mean, I'm not gonna disagree. I mean, right now, Tennessee is the best right now. But I still think that Alabama is right in the mix. Like, I still think that when it's all said and done, I think Bama is still right up there at the top in the conversation. That they will be in the conversation when it's all said and done. So, but right now, I mean, I would say Tennessee right now. But
tell them to bring them down here. I'm doing my stuff.
like I said, it's a
Sorry,
lot.
bro.
It's a lot of football like left to be played. So we still got some season left. So but yeah, we'll see. And then last but not least, man, is the Big Ten still the second best conference in college football?
No, I got to give it to the.
Ooh.
I got to give it to the. I got to give it to the. So the top three out of the top three out of the Big Ten is what? I think Ohio State's number one, of course, and then there's Michigan, and then there's Penn State, and then that four team I think is I believe is Maryland. I think Maryland's that 14 coming in at 6-2 and or 5-2. Yeah, and then I got to go with I got to go right now. I got to go with the Pac-12.
The Pac-12.
Yeah. I mean, out of what I seen, this is what I seen. If one thing I ain't seen Ohio State play nobody. I ain't seen Michigan really play anybody, but they played Penn State. But like I said, but Penn State did come to Auburn and blow Auburn out. They did do that. But
that's Auburn. Yeah. Auburn is not. They do. That's Auburn.
Yeah, they don't got a lick of offense. So
no,
I'm just saying, like, I just don't. I think this is this is my eye test. What I see. Mm-hmm. I think UCLA is. I think they could beat either one of them or compete with any one of them. I think definitely USC. And then the third one, what was the third? Oregon. The way they've been playing, their only loss was the first game of the season, and then boom, they on a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, but
even though we know Bo Nix is a little streaky, we know he's streaky.
Bo is gonna Bo. You know that. Look, don't none of this matter right now. Look, Bo Nix is gonna find a way to screw it all up. Trust and believe.
He might. He does got that history of it. And then that 14 is Utah. Mm-hmm. You know, they got 2 losses, I believe, 2 or 3. I think they're 5-3. Utah, but at the end of the day, I trust that 14 Utah over that 14 Maryland. So that makes them a stronger conference right now to me, because they got a 14 conference compared to the 3-team conference that Big Ten is. Big Ten don't even have Wisconsin this year. They're not even that good this year. No. So that's my opinion.
I mean, I'm gonna side with the Big Ten, even though they're not really. It's not really impressive right now to me, because Ohio State and Michigan are the only 2 that are really carrying them. But the reason why I'm saying the Big Ten is because they're still, the Big Ten is in the top of the conversation in the playoff. You know what I mean? They're still.
They always are.
They always. That's what I'm saying. They're consistently there now. Now our other conferences creeping up. Yeah, I can see the, because like I said, like without Michigan and Ohio State, it ain't nobody else. So at least with, like I said, the SEC is deep when it comes in the rankings with the SEC. Like we rank throughout the top 5, but I'm still going to side with the Big Ten right now. But I'm on the fence. I'm standing. I'm trying to balance on the fence with it now. But I still give them the second best right now. Like I said, Ohio State, Ohio State has really, really good offense. They don't have a defense. Like Ohio State, I don't care. I still, like I said, they're gonna go on the road and play Penn State this weekend. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because if Penn State can pull that off, boy.
Yeah.
What a shakeup that would be.
Oh, they're on the road too? I think that'd be nice. There,
listen to me. If Ohio State loses that game, bro,
SEC might get 3 in there. They might get 3 in there.
I still think, it's possible. And I know if Ohio State, because Ohio State and Michigan got to lose. I know that for a fact.
Because they got to play each other. Yeah.
Tennessee or Georgia got to lose, but I still think that even with that, it's still possible that both could get in. I think Bama could win in. Bama wins out there in. I think that if Georgia's, I think Tennessee would still get in if they only lost. If they only had one loss, they'll still.
Georgia.
We could potentially have 3-1 loss SEC teams, maybe 4-1 loss SEC teams actually, because actually. Not Ole Miss anymore, because Ole Miss actually screwed it up because they lost. Ole Miss was up to 14. So right now it's very possible for Bama, Georgia, and Tennessee to get in.
Yeah,
it's
if we beat Georgia, if we lose to Georgia and Georgia goes undefeated and makes it to the championship, and then Alabama beats them.
Georgia.
So how you going to keep Tennessee out with their only loss probably in an overtime or last possession game against Georgia? You know what I mean? How you going to keep Tennessee out? And they're the number one offense in the country.
And then they would have beat the SEC champion too. So it strengthens their argument. So it's not gonna as much as they want to try to like kick it, there's no way you can deny that. Like and even if y'all won out and got to the SEC championship game and we played y'all and we beat y'all, it's the same scenario because y'all only lost there. Y'all only loss would be like just like Georgia last year. Your only loss would be the SEC championship game. Georgia's only loss would be against y'all.
Yeah,
I'm saying like there's no way they could get out of that, bro. If
they hate it though, boy, they hate that, boy.
And nobody cares. SEC country.
I know that.
It is better. What they don't understand is better for college football. They're just so stuck on because they want USC and UCLA and Notre Dame and all them. They want all of them to go back and win championships and all that. It ain't happening. Like it's not. Like it's not happening.
No.
Now you can wait till they go to the 12, and it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be 6 SEC teams, maybe about 4, probably about 5.
I'd say about 4. I'd say about 3. I'd say at least 4. 3 consistently. 3 consistently.
And it'll be smack across the board, and it'll be 4, the final 4. And it would be so funny because the whole reason why they're doing this, I mean, they're trying to get more conferences involved. But just imagine the SEC still dominating that. Like, it'll be more entertaining, though. I will say that.
Definitely. For sure.
But anyway, hey, that's all we got.
No balls, baby.
Hey, roll tide. That's all we have for y'all, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man, giving us some of your time to talk some good, healthy sports talk as always. Miles, you want to say goodbyes before we get out of here, bro?
Yes, sir. Go Vols. I just want to thank God for this day and thank him for this opportunity again. Once again, thank StreamYard and thank everybody who's watching, man, to support and just keep on coming because we're going to keep on coming and keep on watching. And just keep supporting us any way you can, man. And like I said, go Vols, and we coming, man. We might be in that. We might be getting that first natty since 1998, man. It ain't no joke. Yes, sir.
We might have something to say about that. But hey, man,
nah.
In the rematch, we're gonna see y'all boys again. But hey, again, man, we appreciate all the love and support. Like Miles said, man, just to echo him, continue to rock with us, man. We'll continue to be back, man, the same time, the same place next week, man, to give y'all some good, healthy sports talk as always. So good night, be blessed. And as always, man, roll tide.
Hey, go Vols. And my screen ain't gonna always look this dull, man. I'm gonna get this together, y'all. All right.